Well guys, busy season's almost upon us and we are starting our next project with what's in this box. We've got a CARF Classic Rebel in a beautiful scheme in this box. So thanks for joining me. Let's dive in to this amazing, beautiful CARF Rebel. All right, so lots of room in this box here. Very big box for the size of aircraft that's in there. We've got a lot of room in the front part of the nose, but because the vertical stab is attached, that's the reason for the height. But quite a big box for the size of plane, very well protected, normal CARF fashion. All right, so we're gonna start off with probably the wings. Pulling those guys out. Now I know what scheme this is, and it's a very unique Rebel. This should give you some idea what the scheme is. That looks awesome. Love that color. We'll pull the other wing out as well. And we'll take a look at the stabs and the wings at the same time. All right, and here's the other stab. Of course, it matches that other one perfectly. Let's come in and take a close-up shot of these guys. All right, so there is the top edge of the stabs and the underside. Okay, so we've set the stabs aside. We'll take a look at our wings next. And quality-wise, this stuff is standard CARF quality, very well made, like normal. Oh yeah, there we go. The Rasta Voodoo scheme, I love it. Very cool, very cool. Nice. This is gonna be a beautiful color scheme when it's all done. Well, it is done, but when it's all together and flying, gonna be awesome. So the JP landing gear is what's on there. That's what's installed and we'll be using on this aircraft. Yeah, all normal CARF stuff. Looks great. Love it. All right, so wings are out of the way. Next thing we're gonna do is we are going to pull out the fuselage. We've got a little bundle of stuff down here. All right, so it looks like we've got probably a manual in there or something along, yeah, there's a manual in there. We've got some other stuff. Okay, so we've got our, let's see, our landing gear controller, which we are going to be switching out. We've got a small little header tank. We've got a header tank holder. We've got all of our hardware here. We've got some more hardware, a little bit of fuel tubing, and lo and behold, a manual. So the manual is very basic. It's got some pictures and a basic outline, but this is a pretty easy plane, so it shouldn't be much of an issue. All right, so we've got our wing tubes and stab tubes in the front here. Looks like it's aluminum for the wing tube and carbon for the stab. We'll pull those out and take a look at them though. And we're gonna take all of our styrofoam out and get this fuselage out of the box. So we've got the fuselage all out of the box and it is time to unwrap this and take a look at the entire scheme of the aircraft. Almost there. Oh, that looks really good. With the writing on there is beautiful. And there we go. That looks stellar. I love the white on the front. That absolutely fits it beautifully. So a couple points here. The Rebel decal is vinyl, so you could actually take that off. Everything else is painted on. Man, that looks good. Very nice. Good job, CARF. You guys did a great job on this aircraft. This is extremely impressive. Very nice. So a little close-up action here for you guys. This looks so good. I love that little bit of white accent on the front. Looks so good compared to the stock schemes. Just wicked. Well done, CARF. Well done. We are doing something a little bit different with the canopy compared to the stock setup. So we'll pop this canopy off. We'll just take a look inside the fuselage here. So we got a beautiful layout in the fuselage. Nice and clean. Tank already mounted, front gear mounted. Pipes in there already. Looks really good. All right, and there's a shot with the wings and stabs on, and she is looking pretty. I think on my camera screen, the green is showing up lighter than it actually is in person, because we got lots of lighting in the shop right now, but I'll see when I edit the video, but I think it's showing up lighter on the screen. Let's get that canopy on. So a couple important notes here. We'll be pulling out all the landing gear, we'll be pulling out the tank, we'll be pulling out the pipe and putting some magic touches on those items, and that'll all happen during the build of this aircraft. All right, and there she is with the wings, canopy, stabs all installed. Looking marvelous. All right, so hardware-wise, we've got our wing hardware. Looks like all standard CARF stuff. We got the standard double-sided ball links, metric clevises, all the normal screws. Looks like there's 2 servo mounts in there, so that is good. We've got the fuselage package here, which not sure what that's for, but we've got it. And we've got the stab package as well. So lots of good items here, all the standard quality CARF stuff. All right, so because our Rebel here is a fairly quick build, we're gonna do things a little bit different on this one, and we are going to go over the equipment in this video, in the unboxing video, and we will start with the build in the next one. So the power plant of this aircraft is a Zykoi 120. Now this is a special 120 engine. This is the very first of the new 130s by Zykoi. So all of the 120 size engines have been bumped up to a 130 now, or they're now having a 130 size engine. So this actually is a Zykoi X130 engine. Of course, we have a Cortex Pro going in this aircraft. This jives very well with the Jetty radio system that will be piloting this aircraft. So with Jetty, we've got a few different things here. We've got a RC power switch 10 amp. We've got an M-speed sensor. This is going in the nose of the aircraft. This is one of those changes that we're gonna make. So much like the Ultra Flash, there's a pin that goes through the nose that holds the front canopy in. We are not going to use that pin, and we're gonna be using a pitot tube in the nose of the aircraft, and we're doing a different hatch system on this aircraft. We have a Rex 12 receiver as well, which is our primary receiver, and then we've got another Rex receiver, an R3, that we are going to be using as our secondary receiver for this aircraft. So one of the things we're changing is we're going to be installing a Zykoi, what is that, an LGC22 gear controller. So this is going to be used in place of the stock gear controller that comes with the aircraft. Okay, our servo mix is fairly unique. So we've got HBL 599 SLs. So these are low profile brushless 599 servos. Very nice servos. Great combination for this aircraft. At 8.4 volts, they're offering 23 kilograms of force. So we've got 5 of these going in the aircraft. I believe we're putting them in the stab, so the 2 elevators rudder, and the 2 ailerons on the aircraft. For the flaps, we'll be going with the 9930s from MKS, also a great servo. This is a standard size servo. And our steering servo, which is a great option, is the high voltage 1220 servo. Perfect servo for a steering servo of pretty much any size aircraft. So for all of our wiring in the aircraft, like normal here at the lighter side of RC, generally we use power box wire for our aircraft, and that's what we'll be using, power box wire and ends. We'll be using Ashlock connectors and pretty much the standard fare on everything else in the aircraft. Our goal with this aircraft is to keep it very, very light. We have our changes to make. So we'll also be using Model Aviation products, air trap, that's going to be right in front of the main tank. And that is our equipment layout for the CARF Rebel aircraft. That's going to wrap up this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for supporting the channel. And this is going to be a fun, quick build on this aircraft. Now, if you're interested in seeing some of the back end kind of behind the scenes work, don't forget to check out Lighter Side of RC After Dark. That's my other channel. Usually once every week or two, we do a live stream from the shop for about 2 hours. You have the opportunity to ask me questions while I work on planes, and a lot of the stuff that we do is like, you'll see 2 hours of content, but it's only going to end up being maybe a couple minutes of the actual video like this. So it's an interesting way to do things, but ultimately I get to communicate with you guys and you get to ask me any questions you want. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see ya in the next video.